it became a tourist attraction. No? In fact, Marcos promoted that. Mga bentusa. So, what we are seeing right now is this. Because of too much rationalization and instrumentalization of the human body resulting from monopoly capitalism, what is happening now is that you are turning from a rigid monopoly capitalism towards a more flexible type of capitalism that allows and celebrates the proliferation of different life stories. Kaya, multiculturalism. Actually, that's part of multiculturalism. Because multiculturalism celebrates stories, di ba? Mga mini stories. Because in the past, they thought that only Western story is the story that is correct. But right now, they are saying, oh, come on, let's respect all other stories, allow them to narrate, okay, let's not fight over. Talaga nagkaroon ng malaking shift eh. From purely mechanistic, imperialistic, almost using violence to coerce people. Ang ginagawa na ngayon ng capitalism mo worldwide is it commodifies those spaces that were once uncommodified or outside of the exchange system. So ang ginagawa niya, basically, pinapasok niya sa sphere ng exchange and commodification. Yan papasok yung distinction ngayon between the lower class at saka middle class. Kasi yung lower class mo, ang hilot nila is the remnant of the semi-feudal culture mo. Yung oneness with nature, organic, yung mga ganun, respect for Bathala. Ayan. I don't also want to I also don't want to romanticize. I mean, simply because it's indigenous, it's good. Na? Kailangan mo mag-scienticize ka. But not in the Western way, I think. And then, ano nangyari, sir, sa middle class? Ang middle class naman, dahil educated siya, at may pera ito, what they did is to get rid of the excess of the excess ng indigenous practice or culture of medicine. Binasbasan nila yan through medical intervention. So ang nangyari na, hindi na siya bifurcation or dualism between Occidental and Orientalist, Western versus non-Western, mechanical versus holistic. Ang ano na ngayon is, let's work together. Working together, kaya postmodern. Ang tawag mo ngayon dyan, pastiche. Pastiche medicine. What do you mean by pastiche medicine? It's neither Western nor non-Western or indigenous. So in other words, there is now a co-option. On the one hand, kasi pwede mo siyang tignan na, okay, that's good because after all, nanalo tayo, di ba? Nanalo yung, tama, in-acknowledge nyo rin sa wakas na effective pala yung Hilot or yung bentusa o how do you explain na pag pupunta ka sa mga spa, may mga bentusa na dyan, may mga bato, may mga crystals. How do you explain the fact na sa Australia, may isang hospital doon, may pain management center sila. Yung isang tao nilalagyan ng mga magnetic fields sa buong Tapos sabi nila rooted daw yan sa ancient Chinese medicine that assumes that the human body is nothing but electrical signals or may mga nagpapulsate ng mga electric So yung mga ganon. So I think triumph ba yun? I don't think that's the triumph of indigenous. It's more of commodification of the indigenous, of the other, for extraction and super exploitation further. In other words, it's the furtherance or the extension of the once uncolonized spaces of Western medicine. Pag nag-oopera naman sila, wala naman silang kasamang hilot eh. Asan ka dun? Doktor yan. Maghihilot ka rito, asa? Physical therapist. Of course, the physical therapist will also learn from the indigenous. Meron ng curriculum na ganyan, di ba? Di ba? Ano ka muna, alamin mo muna yung mga, parang halamang gamot. Tawa-tawa. Bakit hindi siya ma-develop yung tawa-tawa? Kasi lalabanan niya yung pharmaceutical companies who are now in a race to find a drug for dengue. Paano pag nakita mo nito tawa? Malunggay. Mag-settle ka lang sa malunggay. Okay, yun lang yung mga ano pa. Unless may tanong ka pa.
Yun na lang po tungkol sa Hilot. Sir, pwede ba magpahabol na question?
Yes.
Ibang ano po? Ibang topic?
Opo. Ano yun?
Sir, anong stand niyo sa pagkakaroon ng school uniform sa UP?
School uniform. I hate it. What is the purpose of the uniform? I think the uniform is a way of homogenizing the students. Although merong siyang magandang rationale or justification from an administrative principal's point of view. It allows all students to wear the same attire or uniform, thereby skewing or erasing class differences.
Visually.
Yes, at least physically and visually or in terms of clothing. But the question is, kahit naman sundan mo yan may mag-stand out pa rin na uniform. Because I have done studies sa public school. Makikita mo talaga yung pagkakaiba ng uniform ng lower class na nasa lower sections at yung mga middle class na nasa section 1 or higher sections. Na downy yan. May fabric conditioner. Na plancha yan. May sando yung babae. Hindi nagbabra ng itim. Puti. Para hindi nasisilipan. O, tingnan mo yung mga babae sa lower class. Tingnan mo naman yan.
Pink yung bra.
Oo. Pink yung bra. Itim. Tapos tight na fit yung mga... Saan ka naman nakita ng mga high school na fit yung ano? Tapos nagme-makeup. Tapos yung mga buhok nakaganon. Oh, so nice. I mean, uniform...
Sa college, sir, dito sa UP.
Oh, yes, kahit sa college yan I think, kaya ka lang nag-uniform, private yan, because you want to be visible sa public so that they can identify you. Miriam. St. Paul. St. Paul. Siena College. UP. UP to, mga tambay. Joke po. Joke lang. No. From a Foucauldian point of view, mas masisira ka kay Foucault. Kasi para sa kanya, it's a form of surveillance. It's a form of surveillance. Although, pwede mong baliktarin ka ng UP at ng state saying that precisely wala kang uniform, mahirapan kami i-control kayo. And because of that, gagamit kami ng ibang paraan to control you. Yun ang downside niya. Like what? CCTV ka na, mag-ID ka na, o wala kang uniform. So therefore, mag-ID ka. Yun ang matindi ron, no? Na parang sinasabi, puta naman kayo, ayaw nyo magpa-homogenize, ayaw nyo ng security dito. Itong bibigay namin sa'yo, ID system. Wala kang uniform, but you're ID system. Ganun din yun. What they fail to do in the uniform, kukunin nila sa ID. Paano yan? May CCTV ka na. Mahirap.
Sige po. Last question, sir, pahabol.
Yes.
Ano pong sasabi niyo sa pagpapalit sa... Dahil mabigat yung mga books sa mga high school, elementary. Gagawin na raw e-book.
Good. That's good. That's the way to go. Unfortunately, we cannot. It will create what we might call popularly as digital divide. Digital divide. Ginawa na sa Singapore yan. At tuwan-tuwa yung mga bata. They were provided with iPad. iPad yan, latest, 64 gig, 3G. That's good. They can download yung kanilang assignment. They are in touch with their teachers, Wi-Fi, ready, etc. But it will create a digital divide among Filipino students. What do you mean by digital divide? It will further create class antagonism among students. Because obvious na yan parang there is already an existing imbalance of social, economic, cultural, symbolic capital among students. Then bigyan mo sila ng further capital. It will not enhance the middle class capital. Why? Because they're already with it. Sobra-sobra na sila sa capital niya. Ang makakawawa dyan at maghahabol ng gusto would be the lower class. There will be a mismatch between your technology and the social condition, economic condition of your lower class students. Simple lang yan. Kahit bigyan mo sa TLE yan, sa TLE sa high school ng computer education. Sabi nga sa isang study, equality ends once you get out of the gate of the school. Equal lang kayo dun sa practical arts. You have all equal access to Friendster, Twitter, Facebook, Internet. Burn ka dyan, mag-download ka na MP3. When you get out of the gate, it all reverts back to inequality. Dahil wala akong, pag uwi ko sa bahay, wala naman akong ganyan. Wala naman akong laptop. Paano kayo pa-practice itong, ano ko? Saan ako mag-charge? Wala akong kuryente. Dagdag pa sa ano yan. I-maintain ko pa yan. Tapos palakihan pa tayo ng memory card. 64 gig. Oh my God, ilan ang lalagay ko doon? E-books ko nga, umaabot na ako ng 110 gig eh. E-books pa lang yun, philosophy. Hindi pa kasama yung sociology ko doon. Wala. I mean, it will only exacerbate. But, hindi kasi natin tinitignan, ano ba talaga kasi problema, sir? Obvious ba? I-address mo muna yung problem natin ng infrastructure, ng equality sa labas. Because education is the reproducer of inequality outside. So, no amount of, yan ang katangan ni Luis Tro, no amount of reforms within the school will be able to solve all these problems because it will always be perennial, it will always be cyclical, seasonal, if you don't really address the problem of what is outside of the school. I mean, ito yung tanong ni Basil Bernstein. Can education compensate for society? Can education compensate? Para tinanong mo ako, can iPad compensate for the deficiency of students' learning capacity? Kaya naku, katarantaduhan niya pag inasa mo sa iPad yan. No. Para tinanong mo na rin, CCT. Can CCT compensate for the poverty of the people? Nagsasasabi mo, ulul ka ba? Mga ulul to eh. Sorry po.
Sige sir, salamat.
Sige po.
Salamat po.
Alright.